How's it going, ding dongs? We're back with another video, and we've reached a point in this car's life where we can start doing weird, crazy shit and creative stuff. Not just fixing it and painting it and getting it to look decent, but now we're gonna start doing some really crazy shit, in my opinion at least. So first, this week's project is gonna be plexiglass windows with NACA ducts. So I'm 3D printing NACA ducts. We're going to have one that pulls air in to blow cold air into the feet, because in the summer a car gets hot as shit. And then one sucking air out to help with air coming into the car when you're driving, to also help with cooling. Should be fun. Let's get started. First off, got the plexiglass right here. I have it measured wrong here, so I'm going to redo that. These things still need to be repainted. So let's get started. Alright, I got these all sanded down. Now I'm gonna go take them outside in the cold, freezing winter, because winter's here in Chicago. Paint these. They're gonna probably dry for 17 days because that's how long it takes when it's cold. I'll probably be back to this another day, but I need to get these painted. So these are going next. What are you doing? Huh? Chilling? Here's a tip for painting in the winter. Fill the sink up or whatever with hot water. Let your paint sit in there until the whole can warms up. That way, at least the paint's warm, so it dries a little faster. Can is warmed up. Pooch is sleeping. Alright, the window trims are painted and they look terrible. So those are done. I'm going to let those dry, probably like a couple days. And which means I can't do anything with this because I need to use those to lay these out. So alrighty, it's the next day. These are dry. We're gonna measure this shit up. Just gonna take this. We're gonna take this, put it upside down. Make sure the paint chips off. Then we're gonna put that like that. Draw the line as close as possible to that edge. I want it to fit inside that edge. And then cut it out, glue it in, see how it goes. Alrighty, so we got this cut out. Fits perfectly besides the bottom. I should have went a little further. I wanted it to rest on this little, see this little shelf here? That would have been nice. I mean, I could still rest it on, but I'd rather have more glue up top here. It's probably more likely to leak because this side is going to be on the bottom of the car, so this is just going to get goobered. Because this whole frame is just going to be glued into the car because there's no other way to attach it. That's how it is attached normally in the car. So gonna transfer this over to the next one. One little detail that you have to do when you're doing plexi to make it look like a regular window. So even though mine's gonna have NACA duct on it. We got both the pieces cut out. Can stuff these motherfuckers in here now. Actually, no, we got one more thing to do before we glue these. So like I was saying, there's one thing you gotta do to plexiglass. By the way, clown core is fucking incredible. So good. Back to the video before I get copyright strike. On real car windows, there's this one little thing that exists. See it even on both cars? See this? There's this black line around all the windows. See that? Black. Not so much here, but there's a black outline on all car windows. And that's what we have to add. So here's how we're going to do that. Or at least I'll try to. I'll take a marker again. And we're just going to try to draw a line on a protective cover that will sort of look like OEM. So it's kind of hard to judge, but just do your best. And just draw a little line around it, and then we're gonna cut it with the blade, peel it off, sand it, paint it, and it will look perfect. This is sanded now. I'm gonna go paint it outside real quick. I'm just gonna use some regular matte black. You don't want anything shiny because the plexi is shiny itself already. Basically acts like a thick clear coat on top of whatever you're putting it on. So I'm gonna go paint this one and get started on the next one while it's drying. Alright, here we go. This is why I use primer, because it dries super quick. Crisp line. Boom, son. It's gonna wrap up today. Everything seems to fit pretty well. I don't want to mess up the paint here. I'm gonna let it dry overnight so that it properly adheres to plastic, because plastic takes a long time for paint to adhere to. Gonna let those sit and dry. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll peel off the backing, goober on some of this stuff. It's just like polyurethane. I know it's roof and flashing, but the window one, which is the exact same stuff, they don't have in black. So got the roof and flashing one, but this is all you need, is polyurethane. So I'll be back tomorrow and we'll continue with this. Alright, I'm back another day. All of these are dried and stuff, but I'm still not going to mount them today because I have to first print these out. But I don't want to wait the whole 7 hours to print one of these so that I can mount it, so I just printed a little bit of it to use as a template, so that now I can mount these here like that, or not mount, but place them there, drill the holes, and I can continue working without having to wait. I also took the sunroof off, and I clay barred the overspray off of it, and then once it's mounted on the car, I'm gonna polish it or compound it or whatever, because it's super rough right now. It's just really ugly. First we're gonna do this, and then I gotta try to drill holes carefully in the plexi without cracking it. It's super hard to drill holes in plexi. It always cracks for some reason for me. I don't know if you know how to do it better. I got all the holes drilled for the template. So you saw I decided to do them like this. I think that would look sweet. So then I get a little more visibility out of the top of the window. This one will be sucking air out, and this one will be pushing air in, I think. I don't remember which way. We'll see if this works. If not, doesn't matter, it'll just look cool. I think I'm gonna hold off on this, and I'm gonna go ahead and mount the sunroof. Alright, I changed my mind after seeing the sunroof glass thing, whatever, on the roof. It looked like shit, so I decided I'm gonna paint it same as the quarter windows. Not mounting anything today. That's gonna chill. Alright, the next morning, I got these all cut out and shaped nicely. I used my angle grinder, cut out the big shape, and then I used the Dremel to do the little spots. Also, on Instagram, you guys voted for black. I like to do these little polls on Instagram to make it look like I care about what you guys think. So, thanks for voting. These turned out great. I'm going to sand the rough spot a little bit. I printed these with no supports because I didn't want to waste my time. So I'm going to sand this little rough area a little bit. I got 2 printed so far, and 2 more are printing right now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue these into the frames. So I got 1 frame there, 1 frame there. One of them is going to be a little harder, the driver's side, because I cut off these tabs because I thought they would be in the way, but turns out they're actually really good for holding the glass in close to the frame, so I'm going to have to clamp it somehow. These things will probably come in handy for the first time ever. And it looks like I'm receiving a package. I think I know what this is. Okay, you ready? So this is an electric pedal for something I'm doing, which is really dumb. And then you know what this is. It's a cheap Chinese Hydro E-brake. Hell yeah. This should be fun. Not confidence inspiring, but it's not an essential like safety item, so I mean, it doesn't really matter, I guess. Alright. Another time this will come. Alright, these are both glued. I don't know how long it takes to dry, it doesn't say. It says paint in a week, so I don't know what the hell that means. I'm gonna let this dry, see how long it takes. Let's move on to this stuff. Alright, so I think it's going to be a 24-hour dry type of deal on this, because it's been like 2 hours and this is completely still moist. God, this is really bothering me right here. Whatever. So those are drying. Those are going to stay overnight. These are drying. Also going to stay overnight. This rivet, though, didn't connect, so I was trying to pull it out. I need to push that through or something. What I did now was seal it all from the inside. You probably can't see it because it's dark, but I did a bead on the inside. You can see it here. Nice clean bead. That's why I painted this, so you couldn't see it, but this wasn't painted enough, obviously. So it turned out like shit right there, but whatever. That's gonna be it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna go make some buffalo chicken dip. What are we making here, Sylvia?
Chili chicken dip.
What the hell are you talking about? It's buffalo chicken dip.
Broccoli dip of shards.
Dude! Shut up! So let's see your Halloween display. Oh my god. And Tadayus is cute. I can't see him, it's too dark. Whoa. Look at that.
I've been waiting years for this.
You literally can't see any of this on the camera, it's so dark.
I'm gonna light them up tonight. That's what I've been waiting for. October 31st.
Yeah. So yeah, it's Halloween. Sylvia did some stuff. Keep those COVID kids away from our door. Daylight savings is freaking terrible. I just got off work. It's like 5 o'clock or something, and it's dark. Doesn't look like it's dark, but it's dark. Wanted to get the car outside. At least it's warm to this week. So this whole week it's like 60-ish, which is perfect for gluing this which is what I did. Gluing the plexi to the frame took absolutely forever. These have been drying for like 3 days and they're still a little bit soft, which sucks because it's so cold. So I put it inside my house and I was helping it dry in like the bathroom. It's the warmest room in the house. Goobered on a bunch of glue and I'm out of glue now, so I have to go get more glue. Stuck it on. It seems to be sticking pretty well. And I just taped these spots where it's a little loose. So now I gotta go get more screws. You see, I mounted these ones. So I made a little latch for this one that sucks in, and then I'm printing the tube for the ones that will blow air in. This is cool though, look how I made this. So I 3D printed this, but it's 3D printed like in one piece. So it's 3D printed in one piece, no supports, nothing to assemble. You see the pin is printed part of the plastic. So there's nothing to assemble. It just prints like this, and then you just split it open, and the hinge is just there, and it works. I'm out of screws though. These M5 screws. I only have one nut left, keeping it so that I could go to Ace Hardware and get the same size, because I designed a cavity to hold the nut. See that? The nut fits perfectly in those. Alright, I'm back from the hardware store. Got all my screws, but they didn't have black, so I put them in here. I hit them with some primer. Got the magnet installed. The vents are in here. Just gotta wait for this all to dry. And the windows won't fall out. This stuff takes forever to dry. I'll be back when everything is in the car, and we'll go take it for a drive and see if this actually works or if it's just nonsense. So I'll be back when this is done.
Everybody look at Hollywood, doing it good.
Alright, I haven't seen the footage yet, but hopefully there were some flames in there. I had the camera hanging over the edge here, so hopefully I got some footage. Dude, this works so well. I know it was dark, so I didn't get a chance to do the little test, but like, I had it driving like that, and all I did was I pointed it like this, and dude, you can actually like feel it. Like, it's like having your like blower motor or AC or whatever on like 75%. Like, it blows hard. Like, I was surprised. Yeah, dude, that's really surprising. And this thing sucks out air too. Sucks out really well, actually. I was surprised about that as well. I just need to put like a little knob on it here so I could grab it and close it, because that would suck having to open the door and get in. And yeah, so I'm gonna 3D print a new one with a little knob on it here. Next up, I'm gonna do the knuckles. We're gonna drop these knuckles, cut them, shorten them, so that we get way more steering angle, because this car, no fucking steering angle. As you saw in the last drift video, I'm always spinning out because like I'm full lock and it's just can't keep a drift going. You gotta like really drift fast and drift low angle on this thing. The wheelbase is long, well, kind of long-ish. It's longer than a 240 or whatever. But yeah, not fun. I mean, it's fun, but also not fun because you spin out. I just got to do some research whether or how much to chop. Based on some videos I saw, it looked like 50 mil. 50 mil is about 2 inches. So, or some pictures I saw, so about that long. So I'm going to probably chop it and then move it over and weld it below or above, below, because the car is lowered, so my tie rods are pointing up because the car is lower. If I can put the mounting point lower, that should even out the tie rods a little better. I don't know if that does anything, but to me that seems like a better way to have the suspension hooked up. That's gonna wrap this up. thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you would buy these, because I could throw them on my website if you want to buy my NACA ducts. I could even put like a design on them or something, say like suck hard or blow hard. That'd be sick. Yeah. Alright. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.
America, America. Do you have your passport?